This is Pablo Rodriguez
and Steve Jones
with Los Jones. Welcome to our second episode of the Viva LosJones podcast. We're taking you behind the scenes and to get the backstory on the songs that are on this upcoming album here. Our first episode was taking us to our first single, Vodka in the Freezer, where you give us the backstory on that, but then also gave us a little insights into your songwriting process. For today's episode, we're going to go ahead and do, for episode 2, the song The Rail. So, Steve, let's get started. What is The Rail? Tell us more about this song.
Well, The Rail is more autobiographical, at least semi, you know. And the setting is the place where I used to live, right off of Ash in Tempe, in the Ash district. I rented a guest house that was kind of, just behind the main house.
Okay.
And we happened to be located near the train track.
Yeah.
So it went like clockwork. Like every 2 a.m, I'd wake up to the train.
Okay.
And actually, my house would shake a little bit. And so it was so the setting is really a time and a place. I would say emotionally and physically.
Okay. Tell me more about that. You say it almost sounds like a transitional point in your life is what it sounds like to me. Tell me more about that.
Right. Yeah. Well, I was living the life of a young musician and had a band that used to play on Mill Avenue all the time.
Okay.
So I would walk to the shows from my house, from my little house that I rented. But I think I was getting to a point where I maybe wanted a little bit more out of life.
Okay.
And so in that song, I'm kind of contemplating what kind of changes do I need to make to have a more sustainable life, and is this a sustainable life? It's as a young single musician, there's a lot of fun to be had, but the body gets tired.
Yeah. Okay. So take us maybe a couple of parts of The Rail. So first off, the title, the actual aspect of the rail. What does that symbolize?
Well, and it's literally just addressing the fact that I live next to a train track.
Okay.
And I think there's other symbolism that trains and things of that matter often represent. Okay. And I kind of left that open. Yeah. So so in this case, a lot of times I'll take something that's very literal and very specific. Yeah. And make that a piece of the song. Okay. And then just kind of free flow from there to see, subconsciously where the lyrics go. Okay.
Gotcha. So I know in the last episode with Vodka in the Freezer, there was reference to a favorite author of yours in there. And I know a lot of times you do reference aspects of authors. Any of that in this song here?
Yeah, there is. I used to keep a copy of one of Charles Bukowski's poetry books next to my toilet. And so, maybe that might have been a little graphic, but that's how it was. Okay. And something to do. Yeah. And so I said, at least Charles Bukowski's on my side. Okay. Or the line in there is Bukowski on my side. Yeah. Okay. And so there is a reference. It wasn't necessarily inspired by him, although I would say at that time I was probably inspired by him. And anyone that knows about Charles Bukowski knows that a lot of his poetry, a lot of the setting of his life was soaked in alcohol. Okay. For lack of a more eloquent way of saying it.
Okay. So any other, I'll call it Easter eggs, as far as things that are in the lyrics themselves that you think most everyday listener who hears a song may not catch, would kind of take them behind the scenes, lyrically speaking?
I'm not sure. This is a song that was written pretty quickly. Okay. It's a little bit different from some of my other songs where I'm taking bits and pieces and it's kind of a puzzle that I'm putting together. Yeah. This is more freeform. This is something where I sat on my couch and knocked out the lyrics, basically in one go. Okay. And then put the music to it. Okay. And so I hope there's some of that in there. Yeah. I would have ambitions for there to be little nuggets in there, and what does that mean? Yeah. But that's one of the songs. Most of my lyrics, once I get rolling on it, it's kind of written on a subconscious level, and I'm kind of waiting. I don't always know. I don't ever know where it's going to go and where it's going to end up. I try to leave myself open And I think as a writer, the way you get to the truth is by not inhibiting yourself, with the outcome.
Okay.
And so that's one of those songs where, again, some of that stuff is probably in there.
Yeah.
But really what I was doing was just recording, a moment in time, where I was saying, I don't know, is this something I can keep doing?
Okay. Yeah. So now we talked about this. Now, what about the music? How did the music come to you, and any inspiration with the? To me, it's got a little bit of a Western flair to it, but with some high energy Americana rock influences. How did that come to you as far as the music goes?
Well, I think it started out as an acoustic song, and probably more. I would say I was probably stealing from Lyle Lovett in terms of the chord turns and so forth.
Yeah.
And so that's initially the song was that way, and then when I started playing with the band, that's when it took on that Americana flair.
Yep.
And I think that was just a natural transition. It wasn't something that I was entirely deliberate about, but I think once other people started playing it, that's just the direction it went, and I'm delighted.
Okay, awesome. Well, I know this is one of my favorite albums on the track. Actually, several of my friends personally, when they've come to our shows, they've actually told me this is actually their favorite song. So excited to take you all behind the scenes here with the song "The Rail," which is on the EP Viva LosJones.
Viva LosJones.
Yeah. So again, guys, October 22nd is the big show. We encourage you to go out there to LosJones.com for more details and to purchase your tickets in advance for the show, where you'll get an advanced download copy a couple weeks before the actual official debut of the album at the show.
Absolutely, yeah. We're releasing the EP Vodka in the Freezer on October 22nd.
The EP Viva LosJones.
Viva LosJones. I do that all the time. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But you'll get yours at least 2 weeks ahead of the release date.
Correct. So, all right, LosJones.com, everyone. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you next time.
With the